convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Taken from about the 12. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Just got to be patient, baby. Just got to be patient.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry now. Closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
In punt formation.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. Goes underneath here to White. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Jones on the coverage.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They run with Hunt. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a big loss falls here as he's taken down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. To throw on third down, Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bud Dupree drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
1st down, Miami.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
He's taken down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Tua. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Hunt. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The 45-yard line.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
And the Dolphins.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, watch 54.
Now Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
For James Washington, incomplete. He was covered by Noah Igbenogany.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less, as they come up on 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He hits White, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. The ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it right side to White. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. from the gun. Jackson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 13, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. He'll air it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to
Denzel Mims. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13.
Zane Gonzalez set to
now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Looking to pass. Tua. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Delano Hill. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Makes the score Dolphins 20, Steelers 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's White, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead.
That ties the game at 20-all. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10.
Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Results in a 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. White's got, now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Dolphins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everyone.